United Airlines is one of the largest carriers in the world by fleet size. The Chicago-headquartered Star Alliance founding member has well over 800 aircraft at its disposal, with jets of varying shapes and sizes from multiple manufacturers. The carrier also announced several exciting deals over the course of 2021, which will see a drastically different fleet in the next decade. With all of this exciting news, let's take a closer look at the airline's present fleet, as well as what fascinating aircraft it plans to operate in the future. According to data from chaviation.com, United Airlines' fleet consists of a whopping 866 aircraft at the time of this video's production. Just over a half of these aircraft, or 460 to be precise, are narrow bodies produced by US-based manufacturing juggernaut Boeing. These come in the form of 757s and 737s. As far as the 757 is concerned, United flies 51 examples of the standard 757-200. These aircraft have an average age of 25.4 years old. Moving up in size, the airline's 21 stretched fuselage 757-300s are younger, with an average of 19.5 years. The dominant force at United when it comes to Boeing narrow bodies is the 737NG or Next Generation series. The wide-reaching US legacy carrier flies 4 variants of this subfamily, with the oldest being its 53 737-700s. The airline also has 141 examples of the popular 737-800, as well as 12 stretched 737-900s and 136 extended-range 737-900ERs at its disposal. United has also begun modernizing its narrow-body fleet with the addition of aircraft from the new Boeing 737 MAX family. To date, it has received 16 737 MAX 8s and 30 MAX 9s. It also has outstanding orders for 67 and 36 of these respectively, as well as a whopping 255 MAX 10s. Unlike Southwest Airlines, United's narrow-body setup isn't an all-Boeing affair. Indeed, it also flies 2 different Airbus A320ceo, or current engine option variants. The most numerous design from this series is the A319-100, of which it presently has 97. Interestingly, another 6 are set to arrive from European budget airline EasyJet in years to come. Moving up in size, but ever so slightly down in number, are 96 Airbus A320-200s. At 23.5 years on average, these are rather old in the grand scheme of things. However, the airline's Airbus narrow-body fleet will get a more youthful feel in the coming years with the arrival of some 120 A321neos, including 50 extra long-range A321XLRs. Using the long-range A321s to phase out its 757-200s, United plans to take delivery of the first A321XLR in 2024 and expects to begin international service with the aircraft in 2025. For higher capacity long-haul operations, the carrier has a large wide-body fleet that consists entirely of Boeing jets. This is, however, set to change, as the carrier has 45 examples of the Airbus A350 on order. As far as we know, United Airlines will not be taking delivery of its A350-900s until 2027. This revised timescale was announced in December 2019 as part of its statement regarding its massive order of the A321XLRs. Originally ordered in 2010, the A350's delivery timescales had been pushed back once already, previously due to enter service in 2022. United's oldest wide-bodies are its Boeing 767s. Of these, the carrier flies 38 767-300ERs, as well as 18 rare 767-400ERs. These are 26 and 20.5 years old on average, respectively. United's Boeing 777 fleet is a mixed bag when it comes to the type's average ages. Some of them are rather old, with its 19 777-200s and 55 777-200ERs sporting respective average ages of 25 and 22 years. Meanwhile, its 22 777-300ERs are relatively young at just over 4 years of age. By far the most modern wide-body jets that United operates are its 787 Dreamliners. The airline is among the few operators that has a fleet featuring all three variants. There are 12 of the longer range but shorter fuselage 787-8s. Moving up, the mid-size 787-9 ranks highest with 38 examples present, while the stretched 787-10 completes the set with 13 examples. United also has a further 10 more 787-10s that have yet to be delivered. Although part of today's video focuses on its present fleet in 2022, it's also quite exciting to examine what else the airline is expecting in the years to come. Indeed, if we compare the airline's future fleet plans with those of competitors American and Delta, United is by far the most exciting. United Airlines has made the news in recent years for striking several deals with aerospace firms offering aircraft still under development. United Airlines revealed in June 2021 that it'll be the first US airline to go supersonic, placing an order with US-based Boom Supersonic for 15 Overture aircraft. The two companies announced that they would work together on several operational and sustainability issues with the new aircraft, and if terms are met, United will follow through on its deal to purchase the 15 aircraft with an option to take 35 more. With a plan to enter service in 2029, it's most likely that the airline would operate these faster-than-sound jets on transatlantic or trans-Pacific services. Boom estimates that its Overture aircraft could fly from Newark to London Heathrow in 3.5 hours, or to Frankfurt in 4. Trans-Pacific, it's hoped that the jet will be able to fly from San Francisco to Tokyo in just 6 hours. The Boom Overture will be a 65 to 88-seat premium aircraft capable of reaching a speed of Mach 1.7. According to official statements, the jet is set to offer a range of up to 4,250 nautical miles or 4,890 miles. Interestingly, however, despite announcements touting a quick trans-Pacific crossing, this range comes up short of the 5,124 miles between San Francisco and Tokyo. The month following United's Boom Supersonic deal, the airline revealed ambitions to operate electric planes by 2026. The airline signed agreements to acquire 119-seater electric aircraft from Heart Aerospace, with partner airline Mesa Airlines signing up for another 100 of the electric planes. If all goes as planned, the Heart Aerospace ES-19 aircraft will be capable of flying 19 passengers as far as 250 miles by the end of the decade. Commenting on the electric aircraft order, United Airlines VP of Corporate Development and Investor Relations Michael Leskinen said, "We recognise that customers want even more ownership of their own carbon emissions footprint. We're proud to partner with Mesa Air Group to bring electric aircraft to our customers earlier than any other US airliner." Then, to top off United's big year of exciting announcements, December 2021 saw United become the largest airline to invest in zero-emission hydrogen electric engines for regional aircraft. The carrier took a new equity stake in the firm Zero Avia, a company focused on hydrogen electric aviation solutions. With its investment, United expects to buy up to 100 of the company's new zero-emission 100% hydrogen electric engines known as the ZA2000RJ. This will begin with a conditional purchase agreement for 50 of the Zero Avia engines, with an option for 50 more. Totaling 100 engines, a full order would allow for as many as 50 twin-engine aircraft to be retrofitted. The airline also notes that the jets and their engines will be operated by United Express partners once they're fully developed and certified by regulators as soon as 2028. According to United, this engine could be retrofitted to existing United Express aircraft as early as 2028, with the 50-seat CRJ 550 being named as an example. Scott Kirby, the CEO of United, stated, "Hydrogen electric engines are one of the most promising paths to zero-emission air travel for smaller aircraft, and this investment will keep United out in front on this important emerging technology." Looking at the airline's plans, it's clear that United is one of the more aggressive airlines out there when it comes to the adoption of newer technologies. This comes with a great amount of risk, but the airline's investments could be just what these various firms need to bring their products to market. So, in the short term, it looks like United can look forward to having more 787 Dreamliners and a fleet of new A321XLRs to replace its older aircraft. Moving forward, we'll eventually see the airline adopt its first ever Airbus widebodies, potentially around the same time as its small 19-seat electric aircraft join the fleet. And then, if things go according to plan, the airline will then begin to retrofit its regional jets with hydrogen electric engines just before operating supersonic flights using Boom Overture aircraft. It's all ambitious, and skeptics might be right to have their doubts about how much of this will become a reality. But what do you think? Will United's fleet indeed be drastically different in 8 years as the airline has planned? Or will we still have a fairly conventional fleet of jets? Let us know by leaving a comment. Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.